Are you a current William Hill account holder that has a group of mates that love the punt? Not only will they be eligible for the deposit 50, get 150 bonus bet, but you will also receive a $100 bonus bet for every mate you refer, plus have the chance to have a day hosted at our private suite at ANZ Stadium for the 2017 NRL season. Inbox me for details.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of The Locker Room. I'm here with one of my favourite players at the moment, Cam Munster, the fullback from the Melbourne Storm. What is going on, brother? How you been?
I'm good, thanks, mate. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, mate. So, how have you been? Melbourne Storm, a fantastic club. I actually wrote you off at the start of this year. I was like, I don't know, man. They lost Billy, and he's a key part, and they're looking a bit older. And totally 100% wrong. You guys come out clinical, your typical kind of Melbourne, and it must be the culture that runs through the club. But yeah, what was this year like for you guys as a club? You've been there for 3 years now?
Yep, 3 years now. Yep. So I got signed in end of 2013. For first year was 14, and yeah, I guess I was very lucky and very fortunate to be at such a great club, great culture, great bunch of boys, and it's very rare that you get trained or coached by one of the best coaches in the world and play with the best three players in the world as well. Yeah,
and so this year was, because at the start of the year, it did take you a while to get going, and you'd lost a few games, you won a few games, but then was it maybe around like 10ish? You really started to like momentum, and then you started to show obviously you're the Melbourne Storm that everyone expects out of you. Was that the feeling in the club?
Yeah, I guess obviously when we lost Billy in round one, and I trained most of the pre-season at centre, and I needed to adapt back to fullback after he got injured, and it took me a little while to get the K's back in the legs, and I guess we just needed to change our structure a little bit due to I'm not as obviously as fast as Slats, and obviously a little bit slower, but I guess I'm a little bit what would I say? Like
a little more game that
a little bit different to him. Yeah, I like to run the ball a little bit more than what Bill does, and I guess we just needed to change the structure a little bit. And I guess after round 7 or 8, we decided to change it. And I guess for the team, or I guess for me as well as the halves and Smiths, it worked well for us. And yeah, we went on a bit of a kind of a good run.
And so, yeah, that's really interesting to hear, because I didn't even really know that. So you consciously changed the structure of how you play to suit your play style.
Yeah. So I'm not really a very structured bloke, I guess. I like to play off the cuff kind of thing, but everyone knows that Storm are a very structured side, and I knew if I just knew my job and my role with the boys, it would make my job a lot easier. And I guess we just changed our structures a little bit just to get to points where I know where I need to be, and I know where I need to be for the best for the club, for the team, and yeah, I guess it worked well.
And so, what was the biggest change for you? Was it just specifically like Bellamy and Cameron Smith and Cronk just saying, look, here's some points we need you to be at, and can you be at those points at a time? Anything outside of that, you've kind of got a bit of free rein to do what you want to do, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So they gave me a bit of an indication of when I need to be injecting myself, and especially Bill, he helped me out immensely this year, and he could have just sat in the dumps, and obviously been out for a couple of years, and he was more than happy to help me out. And assistant coach as well, Adam O'Brien, helped me out heaps too. So we were trying to change it and tweak the little things, and I guess I'm still trying to learn a lot of things, and I've got a lot of improvement in my game. But at the moment, I'm happy, but I still got a lot of improvement to do for next year.
And so it takes back to a young Cam Munster, a little boy from Rocky, terrorising the local Rocky population. What was it like for you growing up, brother?
Oh, mate, I was a bit of a rat bag, to be quite honest with you. During primary school, I was a bit of a rat bag, just worried about this footy in sport. And I knew when I went through high school, I was even a bigger brat, to be honest. I used to get bashed all the time from grade 12s and that, just being a bit of a lippy kid to them. And I used to get chased all the time from all the kids and that, so I wasn't probably the most liked kid in high school, or other than probably that. The teachers always used to, I guess, get up me a lot just because I never listened or never did my exams or never did my study or any assignments or anything like that. So I, to be quite honest with you, I never thought I'd be where I am today or where I am at the moment, and I'm very grateful and very lucky.
So walk us through, what do you reckon it was? Was it just, because I wasn't a rat bag, but I definitely got bullied by most of the kids due to the fact that I was good at sport, and I hated it. They hated it. So I'd go, we'd be mates, and then I'd go away for Queensland soccer or something, or national running, come back, all of a sudden we're no longer mates because, you know, they had a few guys in there that were jealous. And obviously I didn't probably help the situation. I was pretty cocky as a kid. Let's just say, yeah, the love of myself was quite high. But I did have issues with groups of boys. But it sounds like a bit different. You were a bit, I guess, cheeky. You didn't mind having a bit of spray to the older boys. And where did that come from, you reckon?
Oh, I don't know. I was a bit quite honest. I guess I had a bit of a cousin that was a lot older than me, and he used to bash me all the time when I was younger playing footy with him, and always used to rough me up. So I always used to try and give it back to him, but just give him a bit of verbal. So I guess that kind of went into just kept doing it to older people, and I guess I realised when I was getting a little bit older I can't do that anymore because I can't really fight, to be quite honest with you. So I knew I needed to pull my head in, but
What's the worst situation that you can remember where you're like, far out, I can't believe that happened, or I said that, or I did this, and walk us through how what did you say, what did you do, what happened, and everything like that?
Yeah, so it was actually, it would have been grade 9 or 10. It was a big all-in brawl. It was us footy boys against some emo, well, I don't know what you call them now, but gothic kind of groups, and it was just footy boys against them, and it was all-in brawl, and
surely the footy boys won.
Oh, I can't remember, but all I remember is there's some kid from the gothic group pulled out something sharp, and that was it. I said that's enough for me.
Wow, what the hell?
So yeah, I kind of shut myself and went, nah, I can't be doing this.
Yeah, it's getting a bit extreme.
Someone's pulling out something sharp. So I don't know what it was, but I just knew it was something sharp because he pulled it out very quickly, and I legged it, and since that day, I kind of pulled my head in a little bit, and I guess I just worked hard. I knew if you work hard for something, you get a reward. So I knew after year 12, I was still pretty short. I didn't grow too much. Year 12 was where I kind of excelled a little bit in footy, and I was very lucky to get picked up in a under 18s Melbourne Inga side and the Capras, and then I played a couple of games that year for Queensland Cup, and then I guess I played the full year under Jason Hetherington at the club the year after, and I went from there. I guess clubs were a little bit interested in me, and I couldn't say no to the Storm.
Yeah, the Storm, man. They're essentially they're kind of like the Broncos of mid 2000. That's the run they're going on, that you guys are going on. So growing up as a kid, was it always footy? Were you something that you always loved, or were you just a guy that played all sports kind of thing?
So yeah, I played a lot of sports, to be quite honest with you. I played union, league, touch, soccer, and that was about it. I loved my sport and just loved playing it when I was a kid. But then my mum and dad kind of decided, we can't afford all these sports, so you need to choose one or two. And I gave away soccer and union and touch, and just started to stick with cricket and rugby league. And then I guess when I was 9 years old or 10 years old, I was watching you and some of the boys play.
Really? Fucking hell.
Some of the boys play with Darren Lockyer and that back in the day, and I loved the Bronx back then, and I was a big, massive fan of Darren Lockyer back then, and just the way he could play 5'8" and fullback to transition, and that was outstanding. And I haven't really seen anyone do that since then, and I guess I've always looked up to him as a player. But yeah, I knew I wanted to play rugby league because of him, and I tried my best to try and do as much as I could. And I made a couple of rep sides when I was in primary school, but didn't make a rep side till I was 18 in high school after that. So,
oh, wow.
So I didn't make one made one in grade 11, and grade 6, and I didn't make one until at the end of the year.
That's crazy, man.
At year 12.
Fuck, like, you look like the way you play is a naturally talented player. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like you've, you look at a guy like, even though Darius is fucking so talented, but he's worked so hard on his skills. He's safe, his passing, his structure. He's a really structured player. So he's worked really hard on that. Whereas you play off the cuff, and that's something that you can't naturally really teach. So it's crazy to hear that you didn't make a rep team. What do you think it was? Do you think it was lack of work or size or ability, or what do you reckon it was that why you didn't make the rep sides from year 6 until year 12?
Yeah, I guess I was short and real small. I played wing and fullback in grade 6 and 7, and then went from that to hooker.
Oh no!
So I was a hooker.
Surely not.
Yeah, I was a little hooker wearing headgear, and then I went through and then played hooker from grade 8, grade 9. Then grade 10, I started playing in the halves. I think it was because my ball started to drop, so I started to grow and get a little bit bigger. And then grade 11 and 12, I played, actually, to be quite honest, I played confraternity in grade 11.
Confro?
Yeah, in the Bs.
So did I.
Oh, did you?
That's where I got picked up.
In the Bs?
Yeah. I won play with the most potential, bro.
Oh, who you playing for?
St. Michael's. Terrible. You're fucking terrible, bro. We got, that year we went alright. I went alright, but yeah, we're in the Bs. And so after the first game we played, so what happened was, I mean, this is about you, but I'll talk about myself. But
You're right, mate.
so what happened was, I had soccer nationals 2 weeks after that.
Oh.
So I was in the Queensland soccer side, and I was like, I'm not, boys, I'm not going. So I'd grow, you know how you grow up with the same group of boys, like you go to primary school and high school together? Yeah. So that's what happened with me. So when we were younger, we played a bit of footy together, but I was a soccer player and a sprinter and a runner or whatever. And so they knew that I could play, I'd go, all right. Anyway, so we're in year 12. No, you were in year 11 the year before, and they were begging me, come away, bro, come away. I'm like, no, I've got to focus on soccer. Fuck off. So I didn't go in year 11. And then year 12, they're like, please come away, bro. I'm like, Nationals in 2 weeks, man. I've got to focus on soccer. They're like, please, trust me, just come away. And there was a mad Broncos fan. His name's Adam Spees. And he is a massive, he's like, I promise you are that good that if you go, you will get scouted. And I was like, oh, whatever. Anyway, so I went away because the school paid for it, and it was obviously off school and shit. First game, someone comes up to me and they were like, what would you do if an NRL club approached you? And I was like, fuck, I don't know. What are you talking about? And I just brushed it. And so we kept playing, and I don't know, I must have played all right. And one play with the most potential, and the Broncos gave the award. And I was crook as, man. Had the flu, didn't give a fuck. I walked up, I was all fucked up, didn't care. Got the award, left, went back home. Went to Nationals for soccer, got back, and then my dad found out that I won play with most potential, and I was supposed to go to some development camp for Broncos down the end of the year. Anyway, so he rings Wayne up, gets Wayne Bennett's number, and says hey, my son's a soccer player. We don't know what you want him to do. He doesn't play with a rugby league club or team. He doesn't do that. He never played it really. He's only played it when he was a little bit younger for, 10 games or whatever. What do you want to do? And that's when they rushed me through the system, got me to the... Anyway, then 2 years later, I was playing against Melbourne, Manly.
Yeah, mate, you killed it too.
Oh, man, for a short stint. So back to yourself. Okay, so 18 was when you first made your next rep team.
Yep, so... And I played fullback for the first in grade 12, and... Yep. Paul Bunn at the time was a recruitment manager at the Storm, and when I was year 12, and he was interested in me, but he was a bit wary about how I played and that, and kind of just kept his eye on me. So he says, and then I went to try out for the Melbourne because I tried out all the Capricornia, all the Capras rep sides when they were here in Rocky, and I didn't for the whole high school.
You just never made it?
Just never made it and never got picked. And then,
so you were actively trying to make it?
Yeah, trying to make it, but just couldn't get a gig. And then one of my mates' dads said, mate, you should try out for this. I reckon you get picked. And I said, mate, I've gone to the last 5 years and I haven't been picked. It'll be a waste of time for me having a go. And he goes, mate, I know the coach and he's watched you play through high school and he reckons he's interested and reckons he's going to give you a crack. And I said, oh, all right, so I'll give it a go. And went there and got picked up fullback, and then unfortunately our fullback ended up going to... Sorry, our 5'8" ended up going to West Tigers for a 20s gig, and so we had no 5'8", and then I ended up playing in the halves for the whole Melbourne Inga Cup, and I got a manager then named Sean Pine, and went from there, I guess. Then I went and played a couple of games of Q Cup for a bloke called John Harbin at the time, and yeah, I guess it went from there. I just was very lucky to be, I guess, playing. So
when you first got picked, you would have just been stoked that you got picked. You'd been like, I've finally fucking made it.
Yeah, I've literally told Mum and Dad, I said, Mum, I've made it. I've made the team.
That's just like your Capras team. For anyone that's listening, that's like, if you're a legit player, that's nothing. You're like, that's like, you should be in a system already.
Yeah. So, that's what I thought. I was like, Mum, I've made the side. And she's like, oh, congratulations. I was like, you still got a lot of hard work to do. And I said, yeah, I know, but I haven't made it for 5 years. I'm excited. So
yeah.
And to play with some of the boys that I played against and played with in the Capra side, I was pretty stoked to be with them because they're fairly good players. Some of them that has just got lost in the system and that. And I was like, I can't wait. And then, I guess. And then I was training with the big dogs in the Queensland Cup, and I'm pinching myself going, holy hell, I'm going to get absolutely bashed here. When I made that under-18s Capra side, I think, I might as well give it a red hot crack here just to give it a go. You never know. And So I just worked at a local sports store called Sports Scene.
Oh yeah, like one of those cheapo ones.
No, it's actually pretty good. There's actually a fair bit in one in Burleigh, one in Gold Coast.
Oh, Sports Scene.
Yes.
Do you want real good boots?
Yeah, go to Sports Scene. Yeah, so so that was in Townsville as well, and so yeah, there's a fair couple of stores around, and I just worked there with my boss. He gave me the opportunity there, and it was a very laid back. Let me do whatever, let me work, but when I needed to work, I work. But if I wanted to do some footy, he was more than welcome to take some time off my work. And it was really, really happy for me to go and try and pursue my career, and I'm very thankful for him doing that. And so I just did a lot of weights after work. Just went to the gym, went and did some training. Just never stopped, to be quite honest with you. Just trying to work hard just to try and get where I am. And I'm very sometimes I still pinch myself that I get to play with the blokes like Cameron Smith and Cooper Cronk and Jesse Bromwich, one of the best forwards in the world at the moment. And I'm just starstruck.
Man, it's crazy. That's like the last thing I expected from a guy like yourself. I thought you just smashed it through the ranks and you were a gun from the get-go. Like you were one of those guns. But to hear that you weren't going to go to that trial. B, you were stoked to make that side, which is crazy because like people don't understand. That's not a hard side to make. Like when it comes to guns. And then so do you think making that side gave you the sniff and real taste of like, fuck, I could do this here?
Yeah, well, the coach at the time of the 18s was Aaron Earnshaw, and he was the one that gave me that opportunity. And he just kept saying, mate, you've got the ability and the talent. You just need to work hard and go out and do it and back yourself. And that was all the motivation I pretty much needed. And I just went out there and just backed myself. And at the time, everything just paid off for me. I've got no words to really say. I guess it's been a roller coaster ride, and it's just happened so quick. And I'm just trying to make it slow down.
So. You played for that. When was the time that you got scouted to Q Cups? Was it Q Cup first, and then to Melbourne, and then to East Tigers for a year?
Yep. So we played against. I played against a couple of sides before East, and my manager said, "Oh, if you keep playing well, the Storm are interested." And then the week before that, before we versed East, I scored that 80-metre dash against Burleigh Bears, and
I think I remember like watching that highlight.
Yeah,
it was like all over. Was it on the internet and that?
Yeah, it was on the internet and I was like very lucky. I don't know how I got there. I'm about as slow as a forward. Even a forward was catching me on that sideline there. So but I was very very lucky to get that try, and I guess after that, Storm and a couple other clubs, the Dogs and Bronx, were a bit interested as well, and.
Could have been a Bronco, brah.
No, could have been a Bronco. Yeah, could have been. But now they
didn't have a fullback.
They've got a great fullback there, Darius Boyd, and I look up to him as a player, and he's been killing it the last couple of years. And to be as good as him, I'll be very grateful.
Oh mate, how good is he going?
He's going really good, mate.
Fuck, he's so never makes an error.
Nah, he's so
never.
Good,
like on the weekend when he was playing against the Kiwis, and the ball got dropped. Like he dropped the ball in his foot, like at the start. Before I even saw the replay, I guarantee that is stripped because Darius never drops the ball. Replay happens, full-blown strip, didn't get the penalty, and I was like, fuck, man, that's how good he is. That's how safe he is.
Yeah, he's safe as a bank.
People don't appreciate that he never makes errors. Like, he just never does. I really like watching Dubs play. So you scored that 80-metre try. Storm are interested. What made you decide to go to the Storm over other clubs like the Doggies, Bronx? 2012 Doggies were in the grand final, so they were a good side.
Yeah.
What was this? Why was it the Storm? And how did that phone call go? And also when that phone call happened, how'd you feel? You're like, oh my god, this is happening.
Yeah. So I was a bit starstruck to have three good clubs after me, and my heart and soul was in the Bronx because I've looked up to Darren Lockyer and blokes like yourself and playing for that golden era and that. Yeah. And I guess their first year it was good money, but the second year was an option for them. It all depends on how I played my first year. And the Dogs was 2 years, guarantee, and same with the Storm was guaranteed as well. And I went down to the Bronx development program for a couple of days and done the session and that, and then they come back and my manager goes, no, they're not too interested anymore. And I said, oh, okay, no worries, that was all right.
And so what year is this, 2013 or 12?
What was that? So it would have been 2013.
Okay.
2013 I did all that.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh, my heart sunk a little bit. I was like, oh, no worries. And then it was between the Dogs and the Storm then. And then I guess what made me choose the Storm was just the way that they play, and it's very rare. That's my big thing was if it wasn't the Bronx, it was going to be the Storm due to the coach being one of the best coaches in the world. I could say I got coached by Craig Bellamy, and then I could say I played with the likes of Kevin Smith, who's probably going to be an immortal in the next 6-7 years.
Best hooker to ever play the game.
Yeah, so
except for you when you were playing hooker.
I was probably one of the worst hookers you'll ever see. He made 72 tackles. I probably missed 72 tackles. So then playing with the likes of Cooper Cronk and playing with Bill. I've only played with a couple of games with him, but just to train with him and just the way that they, I guess, prepare and train, and they're usually the last three off the field, and just the stuff they go through and to improve every week, because obviously teams analyse you all the time now, and they're going to know your strengths and your weaknesses. So you need to have a good all-round game, and I guess I've developed a lot since being with them, and I wouldn't probably developed as much as I have if I wasn't at that club, and I'm very grateful and very lucky to be with that club, and I probably won't leave ever.
Yeah, so walk us through first week down there. You get signed, you get flown down, walk in. Cam Smith's sitting there, being an immortal like he is. Cronk's been one of the best halves to ever play the game, chilling. Like, what was it like for you? Just like, this is crazy.
Yeah, so it was really crazy, to be quite honest. I shook their hands and I was like a bit worried, and that I was a bit timid to say anything to them and that, and I was a bit scared, to be quite honest. And then I don't know, I guess give it 6-7 weeks down the track, I got a bit comfortable, and I started going getting a bit lippy to them, and they pulled me straight back into place and said, pull your head in, and otherwise stuff will happen to you. And I guess that year when Slats went down and I played the last 19 games, I was late to training, so we had to roll a dice, and I love my hair, and I didn't really want to lose it, and if you roll a dice and if you roll a 7, you have to shave or dye your hair, and all the boys erupted when it rolled a 7, and I've gone don't really want to dye my hair jet black.
Jet black.
So
Can you imagine you with black hair running out in the whole game?
So, the thing is, jet black's only for a week, but it would probably take me 3 months to get it all out. So I was like, 3 months, I'll shave my head. So it was supposed to be a 1 to shave your head. So I ended up shaving it to a 2.
Yep. Oh, no.
So a fade 1 to a 2 just to make it look a little bit different.
And they noticed?
They noticed and said, mate, you got to go back to the barber and you got to shave it to... So the thing is, they knew already, but they waited for another week for it to a little bit of growth. And then they said, hey, mate, you got to go back and do a 1. That was a 2. So I was shattered, and I was going, no.
You try to cheat the system.
So I cheat the system. Never works. If anyone wants to listen to that, don't do it. But yeah, I was rattled. I was like, no. So I did not go out to a nightclub for about a couple of months. Just
really?
Waiting
just
for
that rattled?
Just that rattled. I was like, I'm not wearing my hair like that. So I was,
Fuck, I miss the boys, eh? I just miss shit like that, eh, man? Fuck, it's so funny. I just remember the moment of everyone in the circle and you rolling that dice and just going, please land on 7. Then it does, and everyone just goes, woo!
Oh, it was ridiculous. And then Tommy Leroy Lars rolls a 7, and all the boys go, yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Tommy doesn't care.
Yeah,
Tommy Leroy, nothing fazed him.
Yep.
So he's like, oh, that's what I'll show him.
And so it doesn't matter, but because it matters to you, they love it.
There's just erupted. I'm going, no, this can't be happening.
Oh,
I'd rather have half an hour on a rower.
Oh my god. So yeah, actually, it's something that's really interesting. I don't know if we can delete this if you're not allowed to talk about it, but rookies and having to go through the gauntlet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Can you talk about some situations where rookies have done some funny stuff and the way the Storm keep their rookies kind of just grounded and in check and in the culture, not necessarily grounded, but make sure that they fit the culture of Melbourne Storm.
Yeah, so if you do anything silly or anything like that, you get in the gauntlet. The gauntlet's where the 2 lines are up, two blokes are up like this, 2 lines, and you got to walk backwards through, and the boy's got a shoe or a thong, and they're just belting your back. It's belting your back. It's only coming to the club for maybe the last 2-3 months.
Yep.
Because of some of the rookies were getting a bit lippy, but also Mad Monday, they do it as well. Just if you haven't scored a try, instead of doing a nudie,
you get slapped.
You just get slapped in the back.
What's some of the stories of, you can keep names out if you want, of why people have gone through the gauntlet?
Yeah, I guess some of the boys have gone through the gauntlet just doing stupid stuff like
being rotten or something, like claiming up, like I'll play for the Storm to chicks and stuff.
Yeah, so good example. There's a lot of stories about that. So obviously Melbourne's not known for a rugby league team, and some of the boys have name dropped. I won't mention any names. But name dropped saying, like Cooper Conga, Billy Slater. We play with them. I play with the Storm, like this kind of stuff like that. And then they've even there's a massive line, the best thing I've ever heard. Massive line at one of the nightclubs. Yeah. He's walked up. Hey mate, can we get in? I play for the Storm.
Oh fuck.
He goes, yeah, you know what, mate? The line's there. Put him all the way back to the line, and I was just cacked myself laughing.
And please tell me you were the one that reported that to the boys.
I don't really report too much to the boys due to
your own indiscretions.
Because if I do it, I'm just being a hypocrite, really. Because I'm just probably as bad as some of the other boys that come out. So I try and keep things to myself if I do anything like that. But it
does get back somehow.
Yeah, so it does get back. So some of the boys have put some weird stuff on Snapchat or just absolute.
You have a group chat or something like that?
Or like one of the boys has put put his own training schedule or something on Twitter or.
Oh really?
Or something like that. So we just put it on the big screen in front of all the boys in the room and just pretty much pay them out and stuff like that.
Man, I miss that shit so much. I used to do rotten shit every week. Like every week, I just get smashed for something. Especially I was with my ex-girlfriend and we broke up for 3 weeks, and I was just I'd just become single. So obviously you're going to be more rotten when you're single. And I swear to God, I reckon I got it 4 weeks in a row, Keith of the week, and you have to wear this shit shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just get smashed constantly, just saying rotten stuff. I don't care. Yes. By the end of it, the boys, I'd say so many rotten things that they would just be like, oh, it's fuck, whatever. Those boys can get away with it because they just do it all the time. So you're just he's a Keith, sweet. That was kind of me. So
yes. So with Keith of the week, we mostly there's 4 boys actually, to be quite honest. Me, Christian Walsh, Joe Stimson, and Dean Britt.
Yeah.
And we lived in a house together in Port Melbourne. And most of the time, the boys are always trying to, because all the boys have pretty much got missuses, and us 4 are pretty much single. Well, we are single, and they're always waiting for a story on a night out, or
they want to live through it.
Or want to live through us, and wait for a story to come through, and always funny stories. But the first 4 weeks, we stayed strong because we didn't want to. I guess we didn't want to
give them a taste and
give
break
them a taste
that bond
of it all, because then the boys would just start going on each other and stuff like that. So we started picking on other blokes, and one of my roomies done an absolute cracker and made a fake Tinder profile.
Oh, fuck.
And one of the boys and put all the Storm, all his NRL photos or Storm, all his photos on his thing, and saying, "Hey, just moved from such and such in Melbourne, ready to mingle." And just and then he started match someone of my mates.
How did he go? Did he go all right?
He started matching a couple of girls, and he started my mate started saying, "Oh, hey, my name's such and such. I play for the Storm. I'm a big deal." All this kind of stuff, and he ended up screenshotting and sent it to one of the IT guys at the club, and we ended up having all the boys in the thing and saying, "What's going on here?" And then he started jumping up and putting a presentation on and have a big screen. It's got his face. And
so they thought it was him.
Yeah, all the boys thought it was him. He had a big conversation of it. Oh, mate, it was a cracker.
And so he's sitting there going, what? What is going on here? I didn't do nothing. Everyone's like, as if you
He's looking at everyone going, who the hell did this?
Oh my God, man. I'm coming back.
So those 4 boys of us, we live in Port Melbourne, and we thought, well, we should make a name for us, just a bit of a group name.
Yeah.
We lived in Port Melbourne, and we lived in the house, so we thought, all of us had a mindset. We said, Porterhouse.
Porterhouse. Oh, yeah.
So we thought, steak, good quality meat.
Yep. Good quality
meat, good cut of meat. And
okay, nice.
I just thought I'd better show you. I got the little tat as well.
Oh, really?
The little Porterhouse tat.
Far out. Yeah, we can see it. Sweet. That's mad. That's mad, bro. So rock solid crew.
Yeah, rock solid crew. So some of the 2 or 3 boys have got the tattoo. One of the other boys is a bit stiff.
Oh, what a dog!
Yeah,
but does he have no other tattoos though?
No, he's a fresh skin.
Oh, okay. Fresh skin you can understand.
Yeah, fresh skin. But the other boys have got tat.
That's mad.
One of the boys that's got fresh skin. He's got it.
And he did it.
He did it.
He's rock solid as they come.
No,
he's got to be number 1 then.
Oh, he's up there. Yeah, I wouldn't say number 1, but he's up there.
Oh, wow. Okay, all right. Bit of competition. Nah.
So there is a bit of a ranking in our house and try and get top dog.
Yep.
Yeah, alpha, but yeah.
Yeah, I think in our house, I just never left my room because I was just playing video games the whole time. I was doing Darius and Steve Michaels.
FIFA?
Nah, like full on nerd games, bro. Like I'm a nerd, like massive nerd.
Not WoW.
I had played WoW, yeah. Oh, bro, I used to be the man at WoW, but I played more like used to play StarCraft, fucking all those geek games. You know the recent one, Witcher 3, fucking so good. I was playing FIFA last night though. That was.
Who's your team?
FIFA. Me and you.
No, yuck.
Oh please, who's your team?
Liverpool, mate.
Oh yeah, very yuck. You're saying yuck because we touch yous up every year.
No, mate.
Yous are bums. Like, what are you coming this year? You had one good year a few years ago, and that's
it's
it.
because we lost Suarez.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to stay, mate.
Steven Gerrard, mate. We lost all them players.
Where did Suarez go to Man City?
No, he went to Barcelona.
Barcelona, yeah, to a real club.
No.
Liverpool, bums, mate. You're just these bums. They're like, when we have the derby, we laugh. We love that. That's like an easy game. That's a win game for us. Me and my brother.
Mate, you buy players. We get our talent. We go up. We use our youth.
We buy players with the money given to the fans that support us because we have so many fans because we're such a good club.
Oh, you buy your fans.
Oh, please. Me and my brother used to have legit near punch-ons because he was Liverpool. I was
Man U. What a good bloke.
Mate, please. He's a Dr. Nerd. He's he is. I fucking love that cunt. But yeah, we used to fucking like that was literally the only time we'd ever blow ups is when me and you played Liverpool because I actually went to England for soccer. Played against Manchester United under 16s and Leeds United under 16s. Bro, it's crazy. So this was in 2002. They had fields for their under 16 side with heating underneath them, and it was fake grass. That's how good it is. And like you rock up to their like training. This is their training area, not even Old Trafford, and it's just like Ferrari, Maserati, Lamborghini, Aston Martin. It's just ridiculous. They have
for 16-year-olds.
Oh, like as in that's where the main guys train. But the 16-year-olds though, they have like essentially maids that clean their boots. So they walk in, they get their gear, they chuck it all in like a big thing. Maids come out like with essentially a toothbrush and start cleaning their boots. When they come back to training next day, it's all just like folded. So they don't rock up with any gear. They just rock like it's just we beat them 2-1 though.
Hey.
Queensland side beat them 2-1, and it wasn't even our first string Queensland side. So it was like there's like 4 or 5 of us from the original first.
Were you a striker or midfield?
I was right wing striker, but I could play anywhere. Anyway, this is not about me, brother.
Just like your soccer try back in the day for the Bronx, eh?
Yeah, against the Tigers.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, that's such a fluke. I couldn't believe it. I even nutted him.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what the fuck? That's so lucky, man. When it happened, I was just like, how the fuck did that just happen? Like, how did I get so lucky for Lockie? That's the only bad pass he's ever thrown in his life. Actually, it's not a bad pass. He meant to throw it. Lockie meant to throw it to me foot. He meant to throw it to me, but he's like, fuck, soccer player, yeah, sweet. So he calculated that all in a second. Boom, on the foot. Anyway, so...
He would have said that after the try too. Oh, I meant that.
Yeah, he's like, he would have been like, great trap, that's what I meant to do, kind of thing. But actually, no, he would have been like, great trap, that's what I meant to do. So, fuck, on yourself, brother. So you got down there, you starstruck, all that kind of stuff. You're playing for East, and you win Rookie of the Year for the East Tigers Q Cup.
No, I won Rookie of the Year for the Capras that year, the year before.
Oh, okay. So Rookie of the Year for Capras.
Yep. Go
to East Tigers, and you're playing centre.
I played fullback for the first. No, I played. So I've got Rookie of the Year for Capras in 2013. Played 6 games to 20s and for the Storm.
Yep.
And then played the whole rest of the year at fullback for the Tigers and played in that the final Intrust Super Cup final against Pride.
Yep.
We got done massively there. Got pumped. I never went a grand final by the sounds of it. And then played about 6 games because obviously I was playing well for East and I couldn't get a gig because of Slats and obviously understandable, mate. He's one of the best fullbacks in the world and then they needed to try and find a position for me, and I guess that left centre, obviously Justin O'Neill leaving and going to the Cows, and that left centre that was up for grabs, so they decided, the best place for Cameron to play or get in the side is in that left centre position. So first ever game I played in the centres was against PNG in the wet.
Oh, fucking hell. So you're not even a centre. So you're not even naturally a centre.
Nah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. I thought you were naturally a centre that'd been moved to fullback.
Nah. So
a fullback that's been moved
I don't mind playing centre, being one-on-one with someone and try and use my feet and that. But I couldn't really use my feet against PNG. They just come at it from anywhere. And mate, that's one side you don't want to play against in the wet. No.
Oh, they love it.
Oh, mate, they're a brutal side. They're just running hard, tackle hard, normal football, and yeah, it was a long day for me.
Yep, but it's also baptism by fire. Oh man. Okay, so you're in the system now, and then you make your debut
14. Yep, 14.
Make your debut 2014. What's it like, bro? Tell us about the phone call. You know, this is the moment that you, like what? So you would have been 2 years before that, you were stoked to make the Capras under 18s.
Yeah, so I was like, yes, I made the Capras under 18s. Went down to Storm, and then I think it was a Thursday, to be honest, because we were playing against the Cows on the Saturday or the Sunday, and Slats and them were playing Origin that Wednesday night, and I think Bo Scott come out and cleaned up Slats and aggravated his AC joint. And,
okay.
And then they said to me, mate, you could be a chance of debuting here. We'll ring your family and bring him down, and also bring him up to Townsville, and I'm like, what's going on? What the hell's going on here? So I'm ringing mum and ringing dad and ringing me auntie and my grandma. I'm just so shocked. I could be playing, and then so I got to the Townsville hotel, and I was seeing mum and dad, and I was stoked, shaking, and started trained at fullback, and I was still 50-50 because I was trying to, obviously Tony Ayub at the time was our physio, and he self-proclaimed hands of God, and
self-proclaimed.
So he was trying to work on Slats' shoulder and trying to get it all sorted, but Slats knew that he wasn't ready, and so then I ended up debuting, and to be quite honest, it went too fast to be really realistic with you. I just don't remember much of it, to be honest. All I remember is this couple of bombs that JT was just throwing up and had the ball on a dime and was just running me ragged, and I guess that first game kind of made me realise how hard NRL really is and how fast-paced it is. I think it's 20 speed with Q-Cup's physicality, and
that's a great point.
Yeah, so I think like 20s is very quick, but there's no defensively, and there's no defence in that, and I think Q-Cup's very physical, but a little bit slower. And
100%,
I think,
totally agree with you, man. I fucking totally agree with you.
I think both of them together is what makes NRL, and I guess I knew I needed to step up a little bit because I knew I wasn't going to cut it if I was going to be doing that, and I guess, but it also comes with time and experience, and I guess I'm going okay at the moment, and I think I can do better and improve, and hopefully next year I can.
And so when they walked over in Bellamy, or who told you? Who was the one that was like, you're in?
Bellyac didn't tell me anything at all, to be honest with you. It was Frank Panisi that said, "Oh mate, you could be playing here." Yeah, football manager at the time, as still is at the moment, and he didn't say anything to me, and Craig just said to me, "Mate, it's a big opportunity, a big achievement for you, and just go out there and enjoy it, and try and play as well as you can. We're not expecting you to be like Bill," and I was hoping he would say that. To be honest, I can't be doing what Bill does. But I was just very stoked. I didn't play with Coops either, so it was a bit of a tough ask. I only played with Smithy that for my first game, so we didn't have much structure or much organisation at that time, and it was going to be pretty hard for me to, I guess, inject myself, but can't really say. I'm just very lucky. I'm very lucky to be playing my childhood dream, and I know a lot of kids younger than me would be wanting me to do it as well.
Oh, 100%. And for the Storm as well, such a dominant side. So that's 2014, you make your debut. And then 2015, Billy gets injured. And that's when you really got a chance to, like, week in, week out, knew you had a spot, build your game kind of thing, and just kind of cement yourself as a first grader. And you had a really solid year. What was that year like for you? And did you feel like having those games week in, week out? Because you played 19 games that year, I think, scored 7 tries.
Yep.
So, I think that's a really solid year. You're a first grader now kind of thing. Was that what it felt like for you?
Yeah. So I knew I still needed improvement to do in that year due to I needed to get the respect of of the players, and of respecting me and of me respecting them. And I think some of the players would have been a bit hesitant and a bit worried for me playing in that one position, obviously, because they probably watched me play my first game. It wasn't ideal for me or ideal for the club, and I guess...
so you had a rough night your first game?
Oh, it wasn't a rough night, but I thought I could probably do a lot more than what I did. I just played a solid game, just an okay game.
Oh, so it wasn't a nightmare?
No, it wasn't a nightmare, but I think I could have done it a little bit better.
Okay.
But I think the atmosphere in that got a little bit to me, but... And saying that, I reckon some of the players in the team are probably a bit wary of, what's he going to be like? Is he going to be consistent? Is he going to be what's he going to produce? And I think it took about two or three games for the boys to have full confidence in me, and then I started getting confidence in myself, and I guess I was just loving each and every week playing NRL, and I guess that was the best thing for me. Just kept playing and kept playing and kept playing, and I was enjoying my footy, and I think that's what the best thing about it is. Once you enjoy your footy, anything can happen, and I guess we had a pretty good year. Made the prelim final against the Premiers that year and against the Cows, and it wasn't one of our best nights, but I was pretty happy with that season.
Yeah, and so the next year, did you train at centre the whole preseason?
Yeah, so Slats had a whole 6 or maybe 7, 8 months of preseason, or just to get himself ready, and I guess I knew he was going to be back, and he looked really good, and I knew I needed to find a position, and they were trying to find a position for me because Blake Green obviously is a very good 5'8" as well, and he played awesome this year as well, and you got all good players all around the park. Marick on a wing, you had you got Suluvalu,
and Will Chambers would have been sweet too.
On the right too, on the right centre, and we had Juzzy O'Neill at the time in the left centre. So
wow, fucking hell, yeah, cracking that side.
Yes, so it was hard cracking that side, but then during the round November, December, I was still training at fullback, but it was just I was just on the second string side. Juzzy, I don't know what happened between Juzzy and the club, and he went north and went to the Cows, and so that was a big opportunity for me there. So then I trained centre the whole preseason after that, from December all the way through to Feb. I really enjoyed playing centre. I reckon I'm probably not fast enough to be centre, but physically, defensively, I'm okay, and running the ball's okay. Just probably need to be a little bit faster, but can't have that. So I was really enjoying the centre position, and then played my first. I done my medial in Auckland Nines.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I was out, and I was in doubt for round one, and I was trying to get myself ready and rock and roll for round one, just to play, just with the boys and that. And I was really trying to get myself ready, and played against the Dragons in round one, and little did you know I was up against Josh Dugan. I was like, for bloody hell, done me medial, just come back from it.
And you got Dukes.
I got Dukes.
How big is he?
He doesn't look big, but he's very strong. And I'm like,
but people don't realise he's actually like 6'1" or something.
Yeah, he's tall.
He's fucking tall as and big. Like, people don't understand how big he is.
He just looks
He'd
like
100 k's easy, I reckon.
And he's strong, mate. And there's that left fend, and I'm like, I'm going to be in for a big night here. But I was very lucky that they didn't come out my way too much, and I don't know what it was. I didn't do much contact that pre-season. Then after doing medial for those 6 weeks, I didn't do any
wrestling
or anything like that. So I think it was my fourth run when Marika's made that break, and I've gone up with him, and I'm hoping he'd try and beat Kurt Mann at fullback, and he's passed it inside to me, and I'm about 20 metres behind him. He's passed it to me. I'm going, mate, back yourself. I'm never going to catch you. And then he hit me, and then I don't know who come from the side. Someone come from the side and just hit me here, and I've just done my AC joint.
And I was going like that.
I was like, oh wow. So I've done both now, and I'll wear a guard for this one. So now I wear a guard for this one as well. And at half time, I got a needle, and I'm like, mate, I can't go out there playing against Josh. I can't. But I ended up playing through it, and and then that was it. I guess I just went to fullback after that.
Yeah, and then Billy got injured the next week?
Billy got injured that week.
That
against the Dragons. So he played through it, but he got some scans. And
but he missed next week.
He missed next week. I think the next week was against the Titans, and that's when I was back at fullback. Yeah.
And so you're back in fullback, and you have your best year. This has been, breakout year for you. You know, you're playing outstanding footy. Is that... what do you reckon that is? Do you think anything has changed this year, or you've just gotten more confident and you just know your role and know what to do more?
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, last year I was just running ragged, just excited, and just wanted to play, and just 100%. Wanted to play football. But this year, me and Craig sat down, and we knew teams are going to analyse me, and they're going to do a lot of things on me. So I needed to improve my game a little bit, and I guess that was to do with me getting the back of blocks a lot better.
Yeah, it's a harder thing that people know.
Yeah, it's getting the depth right. Bill's really good at it.
It's so good.
So good at it. Getting the pass away to the winger and that. So I knew I needed to adjust my depth, and I knew I needed to find a way to get get out to the 3-on-2 on that centre and
And
winger.
square it up.
Square it up.
Yeah.
I still got a lot of improvement to do with some of the sides, but on one of the sides. But I'm pretty happy with the way I went this year, and I think I knew what I needed to do and knew my role each and every week, and I just kept to the same preparation I did each and every week. When I first come down here, I didn't have a preparation at all, and I knew I just wanted to play football, and I just loved rugby league, and I guess it's changed my look on the game now with eating well,
prepare and stuff. Yeah.
Prepare well, sleep well.
Yep.
Because I used to sleep at 11 o'clock, just 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and just watch TV.
Yeah, just whatever.
Just do anything.
But you need a routine, you need discipline. Everything
exactly.
needs to be working towards being the best you can be on Saturday. And that's something you don't realise until, 23, 24. Some people don't realise it ever.
Yeah, I think I'm very lucky to have role models like Cooper and Smithy and Bill with their way they eat and their preparation. And also, Bellyache drives it with their preparation. He always wants us to be consistent each and every week.
Yep.
And he wants us... he wants your best up here, but he wants your lowest here. So
okay, so even on your worst day, you're still playing good footy.
So he always drives that, and I guess the best thing about him is he just gets the best out of everyone, and he sits down with everyone and tells them what their role is and what he wants them each and every week to do.
Yep.
Go out and do it, and I think the boys just respond to that and respect the way he talks. And
so he just says just do this, and I'm happy with you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Instead of you don't need to go and be a world beater.
Yeah.
Just do. You need to check these boxes.
Yeah, and do your job.
And then we're happy. Everything outside of that.
You just worry about your job in defence and worry about your job in attack.
Yeah.
He's happy with you, and if you're playing well, and then that just pretty much spirals around the whole team.
Yeah.
If he's doing his job and you're doing your job, there's 17 other players doing their job, and that makes it us, I guess, play well each and every week.
Yeah, 100%. Especially being real simple, just do your job. Don't go out and try and friggin' have to score 80-metre tries. I mean, that's great if you do, but just do this small set of things, whether it be 12 runs or no missed tackles or whatever.
That's exactly
100%.
Right.
So, when you got the call up into the Queensland emerging squad, then obviously that the drama happened. But before that, 2-3 years ago you were stoked to make Capras, and then you get called up that. What was that like? Were you just what is doing?
Yeah, so I was shocked because I made the 20s Origin squad.
Yep.
I played that, and then I made the junior Kangaroo squad as well in under 20s at 2014. But to make the full emerging Origin squad with all the players like Tony Milford, Ben Hunt, Dylan Napper.
Yeah,
all them boys have done a lot in a space of short career,
and high percentages of them do go on to play for Queensland.
Yeah,
Queensland are really good at pulling them through and bringing them in.
And Chris Gresmel as well. He's been a good player as well for the last 2 years, and I was just stoked to be around blokes like that. And then I was also Edric Lee too. He's been really good as well, and so I was pretty lucky and very very honoured and to be around them bunch of boys for that camp. And obviously it didn't pan out well as much as I would like it to have happened, but everyone makes mistakes and I just got to learn by it, and I guess next time don't go out.
Yeah. But the thing is okay, so you went out, you broke curfew. This is a young man's mistake. This is what a lot of young men mistake. It's good it happened now because that gives, it's not good, but silver lining is gives Cam Smith, gives guys like Cooper the chance to come to you and say, this is what this jersey means, and if you don't love the jersey like we love it, then you can't be a part of it. You know what I mean? You get that chat, whereas if you don't make the error, you don't really get that chat, so you don't really feel, you don't get it. Is that, kind of what it was like? They were just this is what the jersey means to you?
Yeah, so I sat down with Cameron and had a bit of a chat to him, and he just said to me that him, Coops, and Thurston, Matt Scott, the blokes like that, been around the Origin arena for a long time, and just said to me, mate, we've done a lot for this, us and people present and past, but also before, and just said, mate, those blokes before us worked hard and put the respect in that jersey, and then they've put it onto us, and we put it onto you young blokes, and the way you disrespected that jersey is not on, and just the way he was talking to me, I knew I stuffed up, and I knew I stuffed up as well. But just the voice that he said it to me, I knew I really need to have a bit of a rain check and
and
realise
it affected him.
that affected him pretty bad, especially someone from his own club being the Australian captain, Storm captain, as well as the Queensland captain. So do that to him and do that to that Origin club, Origin as well as he could probably thinking I'm going to do it for our club as well.
Yeah.
So he had a bit of a chat to me and just tried pulling me in the line. Didn't yell or anything, just a vocal, or the words in his voice. I just knew that he was meaning business, and I just knew I stuffed up, and I guess anything out there for the young boys that just don't do it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's 100% not worth it. Okay, so then this year rolls on. Grand final. Ooh. Damn. This close. Oh, bro. Walk us through the week. Just like walk us through. Sorry, bro. Sorry for bringing you back in that moment.
Yeah,
people would be interested, man. People would be interested. When you make the grand final and you have that, you're going in the grand final against the Sharks. You beat the Raiders in a tough match. What's it like for you? How are you feeling? What's the phone call like to your family? Again, we go back to this 3 years ago. You were stoked to make the Capras, and now you're in the GF as a fullback for Melbourne Storm. What was that like for you, the lead up?
Yeah, it was outstanding. I was shocked. If you watched the game, I was very emotional after the Raiders game, and was carcooing and yelling and throwing my hands up to being 22 years of age in an NRL grand final, and I never thought I'd ever get that opportunity, and I had words couldn't describe how happy I was, and I rang my mum that night, and about midnight when I finished all my commitments and that with the club, and she was yelling out in Carcooman as well and saying, I can't wait, I'll be down there. So I paid for their flights to Sydney and to come for them to come down, because I was just so happy. And I guess the lead up into the week was really good. It had a bit of a finals feeling to it, as we went all to these functions and went to the footy show and all those kind of commitments, and then went to the Dally M's that Wednesday night as well. And I guess I was just excited to finally go out there and play in a big crowd, and obviously there wasn't many purple out there. There was a lot of blue, white and black, and I think 84,000 was blue, white and black, to be honest with you. But I guess I was very lucky to be at such a great club and to play in an NRL grand final, and it doesn't come around very often, so I was still kicking myself after the game to lose by 2, and we still had it in the last 2 minutes, which really hurts. Full credit to the Sharks, though, they played well. And
walk us through those last few minutes. I mean, if you could, because this is some fans' dream of hearing about what it is like. You're in it.
Yeah.
You got 5 minutes to go. You've got to roll on. You're on the field. What are you feeling? What are you doing? Like, do you want the ball, or are you afraid? You're like, fuck, I don't know if I want the ball. I don't know if I've got it in me. What is it like on the field, and what happened?
I was 50-50, to be quite honest. I wanted the ball, but I didn't want the ball. I didn't want to make an error.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same, bro, with that para try with the Eels against the Eels. Exact same, bro. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so I was like, what do I do? And then I think it was like a minute and 30 seconds left or something like that, and I had the ball, and I'm in around their 15-metre line, and I'm in the corner, and there's Sharks boys around everywhere, and I'm looking around for someone, because I didn't want the ball.
Yeah.
So I was throwing a big Hail Mary to Coops, and then Coops was then throwing it on to Kevy, and then we had a 3-on-2.
Yep.
And then it ended up being 3-on-3 coming across, and then we just kept throwing the ball around, and just unfortunate they made the tackle, and then all I hear is "Dun." I'm like,
And so, what's that like when you're sitting there going like you were this close kind of thing?
Yeah, to be honest, I was just sitting down, my head between my legs, and I was a bit rattled. I didn't know, didn't kick in. I kind of kicked in about 30 seconds later, and I was just like watching everyone, just watching all the Sharks boys and watching all the Shark fans, and running up and down. Everyone was just like, oh no, this could be us. But at the end of the day, someone's got to win, someone's got to lose, and unfortunately, it was us, and hopefully 2017 is a better and bigger year for us.
And so, what was the conversation like in the changing room? Was it just like, boys, we got here, there's nothing we can do about it now kind of thing?
Yeah, Craig had a bit of a spill and said, mate, what I said before the game is what I'm saying after the game. Just very proud of everyone's efforts and everyone's achievements this year, and I'm so proud of all you boys, and couldn't be happier for you. He was extremely grateful for us giving him one more time.
Yeah.
He always says one more time, which is one more time for the grand final. It always says just one more time.
Yeah.
So he was very grateful for us boys giving him that chance, and unfortunately we didn't probably play to our potential, and probably a little bit I guess rattled, but.
I guess, that game against the Raiders would have taken heaps out. It was a tough fucking game. Like, that was a very tough game.
Yeah, Raiders have been good all year, and
yeah.
We knew they got a big forward pack, and we knew that their big forward pack and their backs with Croker's had a great year.
Raps and
Leilua, Rapana, like they've had outstanding years, and outstanding year, and we just knew that we just needed to nullify them and try and stop their momentum and their space, and
yep.
And we were probably lucky enough that Croker went down with a medial, and Leilua done his hemi. So yeah, we're probably lucky with that, but yeah, I guess
made the GF, brother.
Made the GF, so I'm very happy with that, and can't thank the boys and the players and the staff at the club for this year. And
what's been the toughest time of your career?
Toughest time?
Yep.
Hell, toughest time of my year.
It's just been like you know what I mean? Like these last 4 years for you have just been like
toughest thing for me. Oh mate, it would have to be probably that emerging origin, to be honest.
Yeah.
That or
were you just really disappointed with you? You're just like, fuck, I'm stupid. I should have done that.
Yeah, I think some of I've done some silly stuff in my time, but I don't think I've never been caught or or like or it's not that bad kind of thing. I think it's just I haven't got that high profile thing anyway, so I just do what I feel like I need to do, and I'll just have fun. And I don't think I've really. That's probably the only biggest thing I've ever done. To be quite honest, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah. Funnest memory, where you've just been like, fuck, it's like, funniest memory, maybe on the field something happened, one of the boys did something stupid, or just funnest pinnacle moment where you're like, wow, this is sick.
Funniest thing, it'd have to be, oh Jesus Christ, I've got a fair bit. Funnest time would have been last year.
Yep.
In Bali.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in Bali last year, and probably one of the best times I've ever had.
Just were you with the boys or?
Yeah, with the lads. Yeah, there was about 5 of us, and Bali was outstanding last year and had an absolute ball.
Favourite rapper of all time?
Favourite rapper?
Boom.
It have to be Biggie Smalls. Or Tupac.
Tupac. Oh, what's is he your go-to, like on a night out with the boys, maybe pre-drinks? Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, so it's Biggie Smalls and J Rule.
Rule?
Yeah, J Rule, yeah. It's bring the old thing back, it's Matoma remix.
Favourite movie of all time?
Oh, when I was younger it was Lion King.
Lion King. I honestly tell this to actually a few people. They should do it like this is a serial killer test, or whether you're guilty or not. If you watch Lion King and you don't have a tear in your eye for the first time when Mufasa dies, you're a serial killer. You're a serial killer or you're a sociopath. Either one.
So I loved the Lion King when I was younger, but my favourite movie of all time would have to be Law Abiding Citizen, I reckon.
Oh fuck, great movie.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Fucking great movie.
That'll Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers?
Yeah.
Mom, meatloaf. Meatloaf. Fuck, it's so funny.
Red 7.
Funerals, bro. Funerals. And he's like behind her at the funeral, and he's like, fuck, he's a funny.
Heart route.
What's
heart route?
If you could have a billboard saying anything anywhere, what would it be?
It's just a billboard anywhere.
Just be you like this.
Yeah, with me probably having mad abs, because I've got one of the worst rigs at the club.
Photoshopped on, photoshopped abs and just like that.
I'm probably the worst. I've probably got the worst rig out of the club.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Worst rig, dog's body.
Yeah.
That's.
Probably not one of the worst. Some of the other boys have got it, but in the 17,
condolences, bro.
In the 17, I'm one of the worst, I reckon.
Condolences, there's nothing you can do.
Billboard.
About it,
it'd have to be something to do with Tinder.
Something funny for the boys.
Something funny for the boys. Maybe something with
Porterhouse.
Tinder report house.
The Tinder report house.
Yeah,
Oh, you're a big Tinder proponent.
Nah.
Oh, come on, bro. I think you are. You brought it up twice. Do you have a Tinder profile?
Yes, I have a Tinder profile.
Woo! What's the thing? So, any lovely ladies watching? What's the picture?
Pictures of
Dog
me.
with a dog?
Nah, me going to
No shirt?
Australian Open. My captions is
In a Storm jersey?
Netflix and chill type.
Netflix and chill type?
And then walk hand in hand on the beach looking at the stars.
Oh, fuck you, rotten cunt. You rotten cunt. What's got any Tinder stories?
Nah.
Oh, come on, bro. How dare you?
Tinder stories, hell. I've been catfished a couple of times, to be quite honest with you.
You've been catfished?
Yeah.
Tell us a catfish story. That is sensational.
So, so I was in my car and I was driving to go see this lovely lady and
This lucky lady.
this lovely lady.
Woo!
This lovely lady and and I was like, oh, she looks pretty in her photos, but it was only of her head.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, she got
Great angles.
Yeah, it's great angles. So I've rocked up and she's come out and I've gone, no bit of a lie, I've drove off and just left.
So you stayed in your car? Did she see that you saw her?
No, I'm not quite sure. I just legged it and then unmatched her.
Oh my god, you're a mean person.
I'm not a mean person.
So there's some heartbroken girl out there.
Nah, please.
Thought she was meeting Cam Munster.
Please.
And you've given her the good old friggin' drive-by.
Nah, I didn't give her the drive-by. She doesn't know who I am.
You've given the
She
drive-by.
lives in Melbourne. She lives in Melbourne.
Bro, she would have seen your name. You think she didn't Google it?
It's just got my first name there.
Just Cam. But she would have seen your face.
Yeah.
So you've given her the good old drive-by.
Give her the old drive-by.
Bro, you're a dog, man.
Oh, why?
She's going to have issues for the rest of her life.
No,
now.
she's fine.
It's
She'll be
her
right.
fault. You know what? I say this. It's her fault. Don't catfish people and not look like what you look like.
Yeah. She looked nice. She looked the same face as just, I wasn't expecting that. Just to say that.
Man, you know what I always wonder? It's like I look at pictures of people's profiles and they look good, and then you see them in life and you're like, oh, they don't look as good as they look in the picture. And then I realise, fuck, that's probably me too. People probably think that about me too. And I'm like, that's so fucked. Like, I'm sitting there judging everyone, but will be saying that about me too.
Yeah. I'm walking out with a Tinder date. She's like, oh.
Yeah. She's like, yuck.
Yeah.
Have you had any drive-bys? Any no-shows?
Oh, I probably had a couple of girls go, oh.
Have you been stood up?
I'm stood up. I've probably been bailed a couple of times on.
Oh, wow. Tell us a bail story.
No, bail are we still on? And, get coffee and they're like, oh, no, I'm busy, sorry. Maybe another time.
And what? So you go to the date, and then you say, let's go get a coffee?
No, yeah, so I say to her, what are you doing, what day are you doing, what are you up to, rah, rah, rah. And yeah, she just goes, yeah, I'm free this day, you want to get coffee this time? Yeah, sounds good.
And then just doesn't turn up?
I doesn't turn up, I just say to her I said, we still on today? Oh, no, sorry, I'm busy. Oh,
I think your message just said, are we still on?
Imagine I rocked up to the cafe.
Drove by. All right, brother. Thank you so much for coming on the show, bro. It's been really, really interesting. And good luck for the pre-season upcoming, man. I'm sure it's going to be torture.
Cheers, Denim. Thank you for having me on the locker room.
Are you a current William Hill account holder that has a group of mates that love the punt? Not only will they be eligible for the deposit 50, get 150 bonus bet, but you will also receive a $100 bonus bet for every mate you refer, plus have the chance to have a day hosted at our private suite at ANZ Stadium for the 2017 NRL season. Inbox me for details.